Hello students. So today we have to move for the third lesson in the light lesson. So till to yesterday we are discussing about the main three phenomena in the light lesson: reflection, refraction and dispersion. I think you know about that, right? And the types of concave mirror and as well as convex mirror. So next, if we are taken any one ray diagram related to the lens or a mirror, okay, ray diagram related to the lens or a mirror, so we can get a many points. Consider this is one of the ray diagram of the lens. So this is the convex lens. We are taken a convex lens. So the center point is referred by the O. So this center point is called as the optic center. Keep in mind, this is called as the optic center in a lens. And in the same way, the pole of the mirror, so that is called as, so this is, if you are taken a mirror, consider this is a mirror actually, that is the convex mirror. Convex mirror in the sense, I think you know about that, the edging part is bulged in the sense utkondirodu. Yesterday only I told. So this is a convex lens and this is a mirror. Okay. So the center point of the mirror is called as pole here. Keep in mind. The center point of the lens is called as optic center. It is called as optic center. The center point of the mirror is called as the pole of the mirror. Very important. Okay. So what is meant by pole of the mirror? The center point of the mirror is called as the pole of the mirror. So consider this is the ray diagram of a lens. This is the ray diagram of the convex mirror and it is a convex lens. Okay. So next, what is center of curvature? If you are taken, so this center of curvature is represented by capital small c, that is called as center of curvature. Keep in mind, center of curvature. So what is meant by center of curvature? The center point of the reflecting surface of the mirror. The center point of the reflecting surface of the mirror is called as the center of curvature. That is very important. The center point of the reflecting surface of the mirror, that is called as the center of curvature. Particularly, this center of curvature lies in a concave mirror. It is lies in front of the mirror. In front means front, munde. Okay. So this center of curvature in a concave mirror, it lies in front. Concave in the sense, if you have taken this mirror like that, so it lies in front of the mirror. In a convex mirror, it lies behind it. Behind in the sense in there. So that is called as the center of curvature. What is meant by center of curvature? The center point of the reflecting surface is called as the center of curvature. Keep that thing in mind. Okay. The center point of the reflecting surface is called as the center of curvature. And what is meant by radius of curvature? The radius of the sphere of the reflecting surface is called as the radius of curvature. So it is denoted by the capital letter R. That is called as radius of curvature. Center of curvature means the center point of the spherical mirror, okay, is called as the center of curvature. The radius of the spherical mirror, okay, that is called as, or radius of the reflecting surface of the mirror is called as the radius of curvature. Okay. So this radius of curvature, we can see here how much it can vary. The distance it can vary, but I am mentioning here, it can vary to here or here. So it is varied. It's not a fixed. Okay. Next is about the principal axis. So what is meant by principal axis? The imaginary line passing through the center. So here if you have taken a mirror, the imaginary line is passing through the pole of the mirror is called as the principal axis. So that can be mentioned, that is AB. And here also this is an imaginary line which is passing through the optic center, that is called as the principal axis. Keep in mind. So that can be measured that is AB, or any other name, that is XY, anything we can give. Okay, so what is mean by principal axis? It is an imaginary line. Nobody can see that. Imaginary means just we have to imagine in our mind. Okay, the imaginary line which is passing through the center of the lens in a lens and pole of the mirror in a mirror is called as the principal axis. Principal axis. Very important. These definitions are: what is mean by principal axis? An imaginary line which is passing through the center of a lens or pole of the mirror, that is called as the principal axis. Next, what is mean by principal focus? The point at which the light rays are converged or diverged. Yesterday only I told you, converged in the sense if we pose the beam of a light like that, they all meet at one point. This point is called as the principal focus. Okay, and if they are divergent, that point is called as the principal focus. Clear? So the point at which it is denoted by the capital F, actually principal focus. There are the two definition we can give for the principal focus. That is, one is called the principal focus of converging lens and principal focus of diverging lens. Yesterday only I told you principal focus, converging lens nothing but the convex lens. Again I am remember you, converging nothing but the, in case of lens converging is convex. In case of lens it is convex lens. And in case of mirror, converging is concave mirror. Concave mirror. That thing you have to remember here. Okay. In case of lens, converging is convex lens. In case of mirror, converging is concave mirror. Okay. And in the same way, diverging. So which is called as diverging. So in case of lens, the diverging is concave lens. The diverging is concave lens. Or in case of mirror, the diverging is convex mirror. Don't get confusion here. In case of lens, the converging is convex. In case of mirror, the converging is concave. And in case of lens, the diverging is concave. And in case of mirror, the diverging is convex. Yes. What is mean by, here we can give the two definitions for the principal focus in both the lens and the mirror. So what is mean by converging principal focus of the convex lens or the converging lens? The point, I told you already, converging means join each other. Converging means what? Join each other. Diverging means splitting up. Clear? So the point at which the light rays are converged each other, that is called the principal focus of converging lens, and the point at which the light rays are converging each other, that is called as the principal focus of concave mirror. Keep that thing in a mind. Let us move for the another definition, that is the principal focus of the diverging lens. What is mean by principal focus of the diverging lens? The point at which the light rays are diverged, like that. The point at which the light rays are diverged, this point. Okay. So that is called as the principal focus of concave lens. In the same way, in case of mirror, the point at which the light rays are diverged, that is called as the principal focus of convex mirror. Don't get confusions here. Okay, we can give a two definition for the principal focus. In case of lens is separate and in case of mirror is separate. Okay, that thing you have to concentrate. And focal length, the next is focal length. Let us we have to write the principal focus here and principal focus also here. Okay, so here if the rays are converging or if the rays are diverging, that is called as the principal focus of the diverging, it is called as a convex mirror. Principal of focus of convex mirror, this is called as the principal focus of the convex lens. Convex lens. Yes, here is diverging and it is here the converged. That thing you have to keep in mind. And what is mean by focal length? Focal length in the sense the distance between the center of the lens to the principal focus. That is very important. Which distance it is? The distance between the centers. Okay, center of the lens or to the principal focus is called as the focal length. Focal length is denoted by capital F. We already used for the principal focus, so that's why we are taking here the small letter F. So small letter F is denoted the what? Focal length. Focal length. You have to keep in mind, very important. What is meant by focal length? The distance between the optic center and the principal focus, or in case of mirror, the distance between the pole of the mirror and the principal focus. The distance between the pole of the mirror and the principal focus is called as, this is referred as what? Focal length. That is denoted by the small letter. That is denoted by the small letter. And what is meant by image distance? Yes, consider we are keeping the image here, object here. So that image has formed here. Okay, let us take the object should be AB, and here inverted image is formed. So that's why it should be B dash A dash. Inverted, A dash refers inverting. Image will be inverted. Yes. What is meant by image distance? Actually, the distance between the center and the image. The distance between the center and the image. This is called as the distance between the center and the image is called as the image distance. That should be denoted by the letter small v. Very important. Small v refers image distance. Small v refers what? Image distance. Okay, small v refers image distance. What is meant by small v? Actually, small v refers image distance. That thing you have to concentrate actually. What is meant by image distance? The distance between the center of the lens to the image. The distance between the center of the lens to the image is called as the image distance. Okay. In the same way, we can take the object distance also. What is meant by object distance? This, okay, the center between the optic center to the object, that is called as the object distance. It is denoted by the small letter, that is u. U is the object distance. Small u is the object distance. Concentrate on the points actually. So what is meant by object distance? The distance between the optic center or the center of the lens or a mirror to the object. The distance between the center of the mirror or a lens to the object is called as the object distance. The distance between the center of the lens or to the image, that is called as the image distance. If you have taken a lens, it is the center of the lens. If you have taken a mirror, it is the center of the mirror. Okay. And so this is about the object distance and the image distance. The next is aperture. What is mean by aperture? So we are taken here center of curvature is the center of the reflecting surface. The center point of the reflecting surface is called as the center of curvature. The radius of the reflecting surface is called as the radius of curvature, and in the same way the diameter of the reflecting surface is called as the aperture. The diameter of the reflecting surface. Reflecting surface in the sense where the light rays are reflected. Reflected means coming back. That is called as the reflecting surface. So keep in mind, center of curvature means the center point of the reflecting surface is called as the center of curvature. Radius of curvature means the radius of the reflecting surface is called as the radius of curvature. Aperture means the diameter of the reflecting surface. Almost the definitions are same between the center of curvature, radius of curvature and the aperture. Only one word will be changed. You have to want to concentrate on that. So aperture means the diameter of the reflecting surface. Even here also the words are different, sorry, only one word has changed, both are having a same definitions. Keep in mind, okay. Aperture, that is called as the aperture. So these are the main important points. Diameter of the reflecting surface. Reflecting surface in the sense where the light rays are reflected. Reflected in the sense coming back. So that diameter. If the light rays is coming here, so that diameter. Okay. And so we are taken here, so that is called as the aperture. Keep that thing in mind, and these are very important actually. You want to get to know these, all these definitions. Optic center is denoted by the small O, pole of the mirror is denoted by the P, center of curvature is denoted by the C, radius of curvature is denoted by the R, and principal axis is denoted by AB. So it is variable. It can be, we can give any name for that, okay. It is variable, which is the principal axis is variable. It's not having a fixed letter to denote that, but these are all the fixed letters, okay. And principal axis is denoted by the F, capital F, focal length is denoted by the small f, and image distance is denoted by the small v, object distance is denoted by the u, small u, and aperture. Aperture is also having a variable value. We can give any what names for that. So that is the diameter of the reflecting surface. That's why I have not mentioned anything here, okay. Yes. What is the relationship between the radius of curvature to the focal length? There will be the one formula to give one formula to measure the radius of curvature and the focal length. If any one values are given, so that is called as a relationship between the radius of curvature and the focal length. That is very important formula. That is R equals 2F. So this is also called as the relationship between the radius of curvature to the focal length. Keep that thing in mind. Radius of curvature to the focal length. Which formula it is? R equals 2F. R equals 2F. Yes, in your textbook or in a class book actually there will be the diagrams, actually ray diagrams, which are the images formed in the concave mirror. So that thing you have to copy that. So there you want to write the four columns mainly. One is position of the object, second one is position of the image, and size and nature of the image, and the next one is diagram, okay. Size and nature of the image in the sense how the image is formed, that nature, and position of the image, where the image is formed, that, and that thing you have to copy. So later I will explain you so how it is formed and everything, okay. Hope you will copy that and keep up ready, okay. We will continue with in the next class about this, okay. Thank you all to listening.